Another week, another winner. Come on.
Before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to give a special shout out to today's sponsors, starting with Gold Fine and Bowles, lawyers for the injured. Personal injury, workers' compensation, those are their two things, but any sort of legal advice, they're the people to call. Give them a phone call, 309-673-5144. Tell them we sent you, okay? And I'd also like to shout out SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video as well. Use promo code PlaybookSports on their website to get $20 off your first purchase of $30 or more. Let's get back to the video.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Playbook Sports Podcast. This is Nate coming at you guys from the road with your Miami Dolphins recap in their Week 11 victory over the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's just dive right in to the statistics from this game. Tua Tagovailoa, not his best game. I think it's not unfair to say that, right? Just considering I expected a lot more against this defense, and think about how far we've come, Dolphins fans. Think about how far we've come, right? Like, if you think about it, Tua going for 325 and 2 touchdowns and 1 pick 2 years ago would have been like, oh my God, what a good game. Very, very good game. And now we're sitting here nitpicking it. Like, can we just enjoy the win? I know standards are higher now, right? We want the team here. This game wasn't there. It was lower. But we won. We're 7-3. Let's move forward. Enjoy the victory. Tua with the interception. Missed Waddle just a little bit high on that throw. He just seemed a little bit off. And I will say last year after the bye week, it seemed like he was a touch off then too. Maybe he's just a little rusty coming off of a bye week, man. I don't know. It is worrisome. The offense hasn't performed super great the last 4 weeks or so. 31 against the Patriots, I guess, was a good one. But then 20 here and 14 against the Chiefs and 17 against the Eagles. It's like, okay, it's not nearly as explosive. Would love to see McDaniel start adding some more wrinkles into the offense and get it rolling again. Because with how our defense is playing, if our offense can even be 75% of what it was at the beginning of the year, look out. Look out. But so Tua on the day, 28 of 39, 325, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Did get sacked once by Max Crosby, so we'll give him 1. Passer rating of 103, solid. Not a great day. I don't think anybody who watched that game would say, oh, that was a great game from Tua. No, but he wasn't bad. He wasn't the reason we almost lost. He was fine. And I'll take 325 and 2 touchdowns every single week. Thank you very much. Rushing the ball, Raheem Mostert, 22 carries, 86 yards, 3.9 yards a carry. Man, we missed Robert Hunt today. You could tell. Hard to run to the right side. Liam Eichenberg, the right side of the offensive line, real quick shout out. Liam Eichenberg, very solid day at right guard. I don't remember mentioning or thinking about him a whole lot, which is awesome, especially when you consider where we were in the past when I'm like, oh my God, there's Eichenberg blowing an assignment. There's Eichenberg getting absolutely torched. Didn't even think about him once all game. That felt really, really good. And then Austin Jackson. Miami Dolphins fans, you owe this man an apology for all of the slander we have given him, myself included. I was so disappointed in him in his first few years. And this year he's been one of the best right tackles in football. I mean, when Max Crosby lined up across from him, he was clamped. Max Crosby had better performance. He was better when he lined up across from Teron Armstead than when he lined up across from Austin Jackson. That is unbelievable. I'm worried he's going to price himself out of Miami's range with how good he's playing. I hope that doesn't happen and we can hang on to him. But shout out to the right side of the offensive line. Would have loved to have, Robert Hunt there. Obviously, Isaiah Wynn missing is still big. I think that's a key to why our running game isn't getting going as much as we would like it to. And that is how you have to earn single high. It is very hard to throw against 2 high safeties, especially when you've got burners like Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Obviously, Tyreek Hill's going to get open whether or not he's single, double, triple teamed. It doesn't matter. The dude's unbelievable. I am starting to worry maybe we're forcing him the ball a little bit, but that's for later. Offense, we need to be able to run the ball. Mostert's numbers were good, not spectacular. Didn't reach the end zone. That's okay. Let's get into the receivers for the game. Tyreek Hill, obviously, you just heard me talk about him. The guy's unbelievable. God, that second gear he hits when he caught that high pass from Tua and came down, he's surrounded, and he just hits the gas. And he makes fast people look not fast. He makes fast people look slow, and he just zoomed. Great day for him. 10 catches, 146 yards, and a touchdown. Jalen Waddle, I want to see him more involved. Man, this is what I was talking about just a minute ago. I'm worried we're force-feeding Tyreek the ball. Jalen Waddle's awesome. Let's not forget that. Like, if you think about what he did on that one drive when Tyreek was out, he caught like 2 or 3 passes on that drive and looked like Jalen Waddle. I know Tyreek wants 2,000 yards. I know we want to get him 2,000 yards. But we are a better offense when the ball is being spread out and defenses can't just key in on Tyreek Hill. It's just the fact. Um, Robbie Chosen with a catch. Nothing out of River Craycraft made me sad. Would have liked to see him get a little something going. That's okay. Defensively, this is where we absolutely shined. Xavier Howard was great. Jalen Ramsey, man, what a difference maker he is. Those interceptions were locked down. He is so good. Everybody who thought he was washed, you obviously didn't know what you were watching or what you were talking about. Thank you, LA. That's all I have to say. Thank you for him for a third round pick in Hunter Long. God bless you. God bless you, Los Angeles Rams. Edge, man. Jalen Phillips, 2 sacks, 2 TFLs, and a pick. What a week from him. Him and Bradley Chubb have been unbelievable together. You better have 2 good tackles. 2 good tackles to stop those guys off the edge because they are workhorses, man. I felt like those first couple of series, Bradley Chubb was just in the backfield all the time, making plays in the run game. Defensive line, the whole defense looked awesome. Christian Wilkins making tackles 30 yards down the field. The dude's motor never ends. Defense is rounding into form. And if we can get this running game going again like it was earlier this season to then open up the passing game, that's exciting because defense and running the ball translates to any weather, right? So if you're worried about Miami going to a cold weather place because, well, yeah, Tua throws for 400 yards, but it's 80 degrees and sunny. But if we're running the ball consistently and playing excellent defense like we just did, that's hard to beat. That is hard to beat. So no, I'm not gonna sit here and be mopey that we only beat them by 7. You're not gonna blow out every team. The Raiders are 5-5, now 5-6, but they were 5-5. That is respectable. They were playing hard for their new head coach. That is not a gimme victory. And we came out with the win. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Because if I can only have one thing, right? At the end of the year, I can only have one thing, one statistic, and it's most passing yards in the league, most touchdowns in the league, or the most wins in the league. Give me the most wins every single time. Nice job, Miami. Good victory. 7-3. Love to see it. Quick turnaround for the Black Friday game against the Jets. I'll have my preview video out for that ASAP. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you guys in the next one.